Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to another makeup tutorial. I am here today to talk about the Saint Minerals Natural Loose Mineral Foundation Powder. It's always a mouthful, I can't remember all of it. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can use this product, so I go through a couple of them and I explain to you some of the benefits of the product, but would you ever guess that this is a powder foundation? It's luminous, it's good for your skin, it's clean beauty at its finest. So stay tuned to learn more about the product and how I use it. This should probably come with a jump scare warning because I have sinned. Forgive me. I slept in my makeup the other night and I broke out immediately, so that's not great. But it's gonna be good because I can show you how well the Saint Minerals Powder Foundation covers everything up. So today I'm gonna talk to you about this, the Natural Loose Mineral Foundation Powder. I actually really like this. I mean, full disclosure, I was hesitant in even trying this stuff out because another mineral makeup brand, which was very popular in the early 2000s, I think I just got really burnt out from that. And I just was like, I don't want to go there again. But I actually truly love this stuff. I really like how versatile it is too. Use it for light coverage to full coverage. And you can also turn it into a liquid foundation, which I actually really love doing. Another thing you can do is top off any of the other foundation products with this if you want a more full coverage. So for example, I did a video on the BB cream. I'll link it here. You can look at that. This is great on top of it if you feel like you want a little bit more finish and a little bit more staying power. So we'll show you how to use it. The nice thing about this stuff is it's triple milled and gives you a really radiant finish. A lot of powder foundations are obviously kind of cakey and powdery looking, shocking. This actually leaves the skin looking really luminous and it's a really beautiful finish. So I am pasty and yellow. So I am number 2. So I'm gonna do half of my face with just the powder and then I'm gonna do the other half and I'm gonna make it the liquid foundation that I was telling you about. So I love the packaging. So obviously I've used this, right? So this is the cap and I love that the sifter is a pop-up one. I feel like this is a lot cleaner and neater than the ones that twist. For whatever reason, maybe it's just the way I use it, but that just seems to get so much more messy and just get stuff all over it. So this is how you use it. I'm gonna show you. Tap out some into the cap here. I mean, obviously I think it's better to do a smaller amount because you can always add more. So we'll start with that. On my skin right now, all I have is the oil primer, which again, I did a video on that. I'll link it there too. And so it's a nice base. Obviously, it's gonna make my skin look a little bit more luminous. It's good for dry skin. There's also a mineral primer, which is really good for more oily skin or if you have bigger pores, which I should probably be using right now, seeing as how I have all my little breakouts, but here we are. I love the way that the oil looks on my skin, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, so let's talk about this brush. Normally when companies or brands say you need this brush, you need this product in order for your product to work well, I roll my eyes and I'm like, no, I don't. I have so many brushes, it would make your head spin. I don't need this, right? Wrong. I got this brush and I usually don't love kabuki brushes. They're usually a little bit too firm or a little bit too loose, and this is 100% fact. It is perfect. It is firm enough, but it's still soft. Can you see that bend? Can you see that bend in that bristle, baby? Yes. So this is perfect for buffing it into the skin. So you're gonna take the brush. I like to kind of tap it so it's not going everywhere. And then you just really work it into the brush. Hopefully you can see that. So it's a nice little palette for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tap it off. I always feel like ladylike when I do that. Anyway, so I'm gonna start right here. So I usually like to pat it in first, and then I'll go in and buff it. And even when I'm buffing it, obviously you can see I'm still kind of tapping it. I just don't like the feel of something dragging on my skin personally. And obviously once there's a layer of this powder foundation on, I think then I can kind of go in with a little bit more of a more intense buff, if you will. So same thing. Ah, so much better. Do you see that though? For a powder, she's gorgeous, right? Obviously, usually powders are very powdery. This doesn't have any binders in it, so it's not going to give you that cakey look. It's not going to give you that powdery finish that everyone dreads. Because let's be honest, we all want to look youthful and glowing. I mean, look at that. And I've hardly used any product, which is even better. I'm going to go back in with a little bit more. It's like ASMR, right? Okay, so same thing. Just gonna take the brush, swirl it in here, tap it out. Your girl needs a little more coverage. Look how good that looks. Another thing that's great about the foundation, all the foundations in the St. Minerals line actually are all SPF 25. So it's broad spectrum. So there's UVA and UVB protection. Can you see that down my nose? It's like a perfectly straight line. Do you see the coverage? It looks so nice. Another great thing about this makeup line is it's meant to sit on top of the skin. So a lot of makeup brands, everything's gonna sink into your skin, and if there's harmful ingredients, it can cause breakouts, it can cause a lot of inflammation in the skin, and so this is really meant as more of a protective barrier. So St. Minerals is really focused on skincare products with the added benefit of color. So all their products are designed to be really good on the skin, really helpful for any inflammation, any sensitive skin types. Everything is vegan friendly, cruelty free, and it uses the highest quality ingredients and minerals available. Do we love? Look at that. Now please, dear God, let's do the other side. Okay, so one of the ways that you can turn this into a liquid is you can do the same thing that I was showing you, where you tap it out into the cap and you can add a drop of this primer. I'm just gonna use my handy dandy palette. You don't have to. I'm just gonna do it for demonstration purposes. So let's see here. Don't mind my fingerprints. All right, so that's a nice little drop. And I'm going to tap this out on here. So again, if you wanna use your cap for this, great. So this is really nice because you can really control the coverage with it. If you want it to be a little bit more sheer, obviously you're gonna go heavier on the oil. If you want it to be a little bit thicker in consistency with more pigment, you're gonna add more powder. You can easily use a kabuki brush for this as well. Honestly, I just don't wanna have to clean another brush at the moment. So I'm gonna use a regular foundation brush. You can see. So this is pretty thick. You can kind of see it's not really blending very well together. So if I wanted to, I could go in and add more oil, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you what it looks like. See? It's a nice, fuller, more full coverage. I don't want to say totally full coverage, but oh, thank God. Hiding all my sins. One swipe at a time. Let's add a little bit more. So most people tend to get more redness around the nose and the mouth, so I usually try to focus the majority of my product there. So again, this is gonna be great for all skin types, especially if you are that little bit more sensitive. If you tend to have any allergies to products, this is gonna be really great for you. I'm just adding a little bit more. But do you see how you can really build that up? Obviously this side is way more luminous because of the oil, but look how pretty this side is. It's definitely different than what you would think as far as a traditional powder foundation. Okay, so here's the finished look, I guess you could say. So this side is the side where it's just the powder foundation, and then this side is the side where I mix the powder foundation with the oil to turn into a liquid. Radiant and beautiful on both sides. Obviously, if I were to wear this, I would set it with either the powder foundation or I would go in with the mineral veil to mattify it and make it last. But even just the powder, look how radiant and pretty it looks. It's gorgeous. All the products are great. If you are interested, you can get them at panoplybeautyshop.com and you can use promo code WELCOME20 for 20% off your first order. Who doesn't love that? I'm gonna finish everything up right now, even it out so I don't look crazy going to work. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went in and set this side with the powder foundation. I also went in overall with the mineral veil to mattify everything and try to make it look even. Also, don't forget about this brush. This brush is so good. It's super soft. It is like the perfect density of firmness and softness to really buff everything into the skin. So don't forget this if you're thinking about buying the foundation. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the foundation and the brand. And hopefully you take the look. Can't wait to hear what you think about it.